recording. So tonight, I want you guys to ask all the questions that you possibly have when it comes to launching this program so that you can go into July. And like I said, the goal is that on the 7th of July, you lock in Success Club because you have immediately 3 people on that day sign up for the launch. That is the goal. So to preface that, your number one goal is inviting people to join this group, and you gotta have like 20 to 30 people get into that group, because of those 20 to 30 people, only 3 to 5 of them are going to enroll on the launch day. Then you might have a couple of dabblers that join later on because they have FOMO. But then on the 27th, you'll have some more customers that join. And obviously, those 20 to 30 people, you're going to add more people throughout the month, right? Your goal is to end up at the end of the month to have like double that, to have 30, 40, 50 people who are interested in this program in this group, right? And that's ultimately the goal. Now, of course, if you're thinking in your head, like, 50 people sounds way too many. Cut it in half. Make your goal 25 people. If you can get 25 people into this free info group, and if you didn't notice, I've already included valuable information, meal planning tips, grocery tips. I'm going to start all of the information tomorrow, and it's basically going to be 6 days of information, and I'm going to go live. I'm going to do things like that. I'm going to, just talk about things, all about the program. I'll post some different workouts that they can do so that they can walk away from this group having value. And at the very least, they are coming into this group and they're leaving it with something, right? Even if they don't join the group, they're leaving it with something. And that something we want for them to leave with is, I can do something for my health and fitness. Whether that is this, or they decide to go and say yes to that thing that they've been wanting to do for a really long time, or buy that program, or start that healthy eating, or go to the grocery store and not walk out with the chips, cookies, and all of the things that they find themselves doing. That's what we want them to leave with, right? And we have to remember that. So whatever your goal is, my goal is for you on launch day to have and lock in Success Club with at least 3 people who join the test group to do it with you. Now, first and foremost, you guys have to sign up for the program on the 7th to lead by example. Second, you need to be talking about the fact that you're going to be signing up on the 7th. So get on your stories every single day, starting from today and onward, or tomorrow and onward, and you are talking about how excited you are to join and to start and to sign up for the 7th when you get access to this. You are so excited to finally get that, to start this program, to start showing people about this program. And then the last thing I will say, because I did not say this last week, is when you are talking about this first wave, this first test group, use it, like talk about it as round 1 or wave 1. Round 1 will be the 7th. Round 2 will be August 17th. And round 3 will be sometime in September. I haven't set the actual date yet, but let me just take a peek at my calendar right now and I can probably tell you. So if we start the 17th, that would be 1, 2, 3 would be the 5th. So the 7th. So we have the 7th of July, the 17th of August, and the 7th of September. Those are the 3 rounds, the 3 waves that people can get in and start this program. Meaning we will start like MBF rounds, we will get people. Those are your deadline dates. Those are the dates that you are pushing for, which is amazing because it makes your job so much easier when you have a date to actually talk about, when you've got like this is the last day to get in on this and start this with us. It's urgency, right? It's so much easier to get those people to say yes, whatever that urgency is. So those are the 3 dates, okay? The 7th of July, that's round 1. Not until August 17th, which means that we're actually, remember, we're going to do that nutrition portion for the first couple of weeks of August. So you'll still be able to invite to that, but you're inviting to round 2 on August 17th. And then round 3 for the stragglers will be on September 7th. Okay. Now with that, you want to be on your stories, literally in your stories, talking to your people, saying, I'm so freaking excited to do this test round. Now for Kaylin and I, for us, we need to be positioning the wording as, I am looking for you to do this program, to test it out so that you can show us what results are possible. For you guys who are not pregnant and who are going to get results with this, like visual results, what I want you to be saying is, I am looking to lock arms with you to prove what this program can do. I am looking for people to do this program with me to see what happens when we show up for 3 weeks. Okay, that's how you're wording it. You're wording it with, I am looking for you to do this with me to show what is possible. To show what is possible when you show up for a program for 3 weeks. What is possible in 3 weeks? And that's how you're positioning it on your social media. And you're counting down the days. You guys, I want your people to be so freaking annoyed with you and this program that they literally join the program because they're so annoyed with the fact that you're talking about it. They just need to join in order to shut you up, kind of thing. And that's how it's going to be a success. Do not hold back when you are talking about this program. Like, I'm talking, if you are getting on your stories and you're kind of sort of talking about it, nobody's going to join you for the launch. I'm telling you right now. And the reason for that is because it's a program that you're not doing. They're going to join you in August, but you don't want people in August. You want people right now. You want people in this free group at the very least. They won't even join that. They won't respond to your messages if you are not in your stories, in your posts, talking about your story, about what you're excited about, talking about the thing that, pick a thing in this package that you are the utmost excited about. Okay, the thing. So to give you an example, Chantel, you did this exceptionally well when you first joined and I told you about the 80-day obsession package. You were like, is this a fucking joke? Like that's what you were thinking in your head, right? You were so excited about the value that came with that package, the containers that came with it, the fact that you got the loops and the sliders and the Shakeology and the 12 months of Beachbody on Demand. Like, you were so obsessed with the fact that those little details were included in this program that when you went and told people, the price didn't scare you at all because you were like you don't even understand. This is what you get, right? For me, the mind-blowing value for this package is the nutrition programs. Now, for me, I have a little bit of a different side of that story because I've done the programs. So when I'm talking to people, I'm saying things like, you don't even understand. I have done these programs and they've saved my life, my nutrition. They've changed everything. You need to get your hands on them. Kaylin, on the other hand, her aspect of that side, her side of that is going to be, I cannot even put into words how thankful I am to this company to give me the opportunity to do these nutrition programs. I have never been in a position where I have been able to do those programs because they're an additional thing. And I get that. I understand you guys in your position not being able to fork out $300 all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I get that. And I'm speaking like how you're going to speak. You're connecting with them on that portion, meaning you are connecting with people saying, I get it because I want to do this too. I am so excited to go through this nutrition program with you. I know that this is going to freaking be a game changer because I struggle with nutrition, right? And so whatever part of it is for you, maybe this is going to be one of your first programs. And the thing that you're actually really excited about is the actual program. It's the moves, it's the trainer. If you've done the sample and you've just fallen in love with it, maybe that's what you talk about. To give another example, last year when I did MM100, for me, the thing that I talked about was the B100 journal. Because for me, the program was bringing me back to life. I had, you guys all know my story. I had a struggling year of 2019 and we were right in the middle of it. It was in July when it launched. I'm pretty sure we started around the same time. So I think I started it in July, end of July, very, very end of July. And when I was talking about the launch, the book, this tiny book, it wasn't tiny, but this book that is like $20 was the reason I sold so many people to MM100, because I connected with this idea of utilizing this journal to bring me back to life, to bring me back to me. I called it my comeback, and I talked about that. So the piece, it wasn't the 100-day commitment. It wasn't even the workouts. It wasn't Jericho. It wasn't the beat. It wasn't doing it to the music. None of that appealed to me. What appealed to me was this journal. It was this book that I was so excited to share with people. And if anybody has done MM100, Kaylin, I'm sure in the conversation, that's what I talked about. I was like, listen, this book is going to change the freaking game for you. It is going to make your MM100 experience that much sweeter. And that is what gets people trusting in you and believing that this program is going to change their life because you're coming from a place of authenticity, okay? So find that aspect of the challenge pack that you are obsessed with. Just the one aspect that you are obsessed with. So for me, when I'm talking to people, I'm not talking about the fact that it's 25 to 35 minutes. That's just a bonus, right? Like, I'm like, oh, it's great for the summertime. That's a bonus. That's a throw off. It's just a cherry on top. I'm not talking about, the style of workout. I'm not talking about, really results. I am leaning into the fact that I know every single person who gets access to this program, I am going to be able to change their life because I can finally walk you guys through all of the nutrition aspect of things for these nutrition programs that I have completed and have never been able to accurately coach you through because you have not had the programs up until this point. So find that piece of the program that you really want to lean into and just go off about it. If you are not excited about any part to the point where I am, where I'm just lit up about this, or you're just not super passionate about it, go find a program that you are. Forget the launch. Go find a program that you are. Because at the end of the day, the only way that you will hit Success Club, that you will hit your goals, that you will grow a team, that you will advance, that you will make money, that you will help people, is when you are talking from a place of passion. When you are talking from a place of so much belief in what you are sharing that the price is literally this big of the whole entire scenario, the whole entire equation. Okay? Your passion will sell people. Your passion will be the thing that gets people coming to you or asking you questions about it. Okay, I'm going to throw it over to you guys. You can either type it into the chat or you can unmute yourselves, but ask all of the questions. No question is off limits. But yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'll start like basic. I know I've asked you these like clarification questions a million times, but I just want to make sure that I'm like actually giving people the right information, because the last thing I want is to like tell someone something and then have to be like, just kidding, I didn't know what I was talking about, because that doesn't make me look good, you know? So,
done it many times.
Right? So obviously today's the last day of June. So starting tomorrow, we're like, is the goal not signing anyone up, but like obviously I'm gonna go through and like try to like talk to everyone who have been my like potential leads the last like couple weeks, like all the people that pushed me to the July, so on and so forth, people voting on my polls, and I'm gonna ask them if I can throw them into that info group. And that's gonna be like step one. So from there though, if someone does say like, you know what, I want to sign up for this program, and are we like not signing them up till the 7th? Like that's probably the best course of action, right? Like we'll be like, great, like registration's the 7th, because that's when the challenge pack comes out. Whereas if they were to sign up before the 7th, they have to do the challenge pack and accessory without the 50% discount, and that'll just be more expensive.
Exactly. So great question. So here is your game plan of what to do as of tomorrow. So tonight, if you are not at Success Club, you are signing people up with the basic challenge pack. The 140 challenge pack US, or the 160, it's 160 Canadian. That's the challenge pack that you are setting people up with tonight until the end of the night, because that's how they're going to get the 50% off, and it's basically the same price, $2 extra. As of tomorrow, so from the 1st to the 6th, you are basically selling people for the 7th, okay? So you are going to get a piece of paper out like this, ideally a bigger paper, but
I just looked, I have my big book.
Yeah, you're gonna get a piece of paper. This is just one that I started earlier, but you're gonna get a piece of paper out, and you're gonna put MBF at the top, and you need this paper, that you need it to be something that you can take with you literally everywhere, because you need this hard copy of the people who say that they are interested in learning about this program, okay? You are trying to fill this list of people who say, yes, I'm in, I'm ready to do this, I'm super interested in this program. So this is not just like prospects. This is not the people that you're adding to the free group. You send that link out all the time. And then when you are when you have people in that free group and they're getting all of the information from me over the next 6 days, you are talking to them all the time, every single day. You are in their message saying, oh my God, did you see that, the drop of information? Oh my God, I'm so freaking excited. Holy crap, did you see? Which one are you excited for? Are you thinking about doing the superfoods, or are you thinking about doing the pre-workout? Are you going to do them both? What are you thinking? Talk to me. How freaking excited are you? I cannot wait. I'm counting down the days. Like, these are the types of things that am I talking too fast? Because sometimes I do that. Okay. So these are the types of things that you are like constantly talking to them about. And your wording is going to be, okay, the 7th, are you ready? There's 4 days left. I am counting down the days. And when you show up on your stories, constantly reminding people of the countdown to the day where you are signing up, you're reminding them indirectly, you're reminding them of the day that they're signing up. And you're in your stories being like, guys, are you freaking pumped? All of you guys who are signing up, are you counting down the minutes? Like, this is so freaking exciting. We get access on the 7th. Let's do it together. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about that. So from the 1st to the 6th, you're selling the free group. You are selling the enrollment day. So you're talking to them. I have the best program. I'm so excited. Here's why. You're telling them that piece of the challenge pack that you are super passionate about, and you're getting them to a yes. You're getting them like pumped up. So they're joining this group to get the lowdown. They're joining this group to be able to enroll on the 7th. So something like, let's say we're having a conversation and she says, oh my God, yeah, that sounds so perfect. I would say, okay, let me put you into this free group. It's gonna have all of the information, all of the lowdown, all of the details. It's gonna tell you exactly how and when enrollment will go. It'll have all of the price options, all of that. I'm gonna throw you in there, cool? And she would say, yes. Once I get her into there, I would then tag her in something to make sure that she sees sees the group. And then the next day, so let's say I throw her in there tomorrow. On the following day, I would send her a message and be like, hey, did you check out the whatever I post tomorrow? So tomorrow, whatever like information about the program that I'm going to post, whether it's I'm probably going to post this the promo video, the sample video. And so you can message her and be like, girl, did you do the freaking sample? It's free. Did you do it? Are you excited? Are you counting down the days? You know what I mean? And so
it's literally my story.
Right? You're sending
a story after my workout. I was like, why won't you do the free sample video? It's free. It's literally a link on the internet I'm going to send you.
Exactly. So that's how you're selling them. You are selling them for the 7th. You are selling them for the enrollment of MBF. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to feel a little bit different, but nobody is going to say, okay, how do I sign up before the 7th? Because they don't know anything different. They're going to sign up on the 7th. Okay, and so what will happen is on before the 7th, I create a form, and that form will literally fill out their share cart information. And so what will happen is they will drop their name, their email, they'll pick the package that is best for them based on the options. They will pick the flavor of Shakeology that they want. They will pick like all of those questions that we have to ask people before we send a share cart. They will pick, whether they're doing the deluxe package or they're getting the pre-workout. Are they adding the pre-workout? All of that. It's going to be a Google form. And then it will say, who's the coach that added you to this group? So the one thing that I need you guys to be very diligent about is making sure that you are adding the people that are your prospect. And even better, send me a message of the people who are your people. Okay, like if you have a person that like requested and you can't get to them right away, send me a message. Be like, hey, this girl's mine. Can you accept her into the group? Communicate as often as possible, like annoy the shit out of me. Communicate as much as possible the people who are your people, so that what's going to happen is this Google form, they're going to fill it out. It's going to come to my email. I will forward it to you. Okay. Now this is not normally how this would work. Ideally, for a new launch, you're going to create your own form. But I haven't done a launch in a really long time. I literally haven't done a launch since MM100 a year ago. So none of you guys know how my launch process works. That's how I personally have the most success with launches, and it's how it's it's very formal. Like, get your form in, pick your option, your share cart will be sent out. So for you guys, you have to tell me on that day, which I think is a Tuesday. I don't even know. Somebody can tell me, but I think it's a Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Such a random day. I don't know why it's not on Monday. It's so weird. But anyways, on that Tuesday, you guys have to communicate with me and your people when you will be enrolling them. Now, if you are not, because I know like Chantel, for example, if you are not able to get your enrollments out until after work, send me your information and I will fill out the share carts for you. Because the goal is like, we want people 8 a.m. Boom, let's go. You know, that's when I want to be sending out the share carts. That's when I want.
Does it become available at midnight?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I haven't heard when they're actually dropping it. It's also hard because they say a certain time. So this is just like a side note for you guys. Any time that they say there's a drop at a specific time, don't ever trust their timing. It is always wrong. Always. Their timing is either late, but usually it's early. And so that's what happened with Salted Caramel was they launched it an hour early. So people were getting it early. Nobody knew because who's actually like paying attention? Like clients and customers, it said 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's what I'm going to log on. I logged on at like 1:30 and I was like, holy shit, I can order right now. It was done in Canada at 2:12. Sold out. Gone. Sold out. Like mind blowing. So this is just a side note. Again, it's one of those things that we just swallow and we accept. Their launch times are never right. And I don't think it's their fault. I think it's just the system. The system that they, like all of the weird things that they have to do in the computer in order to make things drop. I don't know. They just, roll with it that way. So yeah, as far as timing goes, I haven't heard anything yet. But what will happen is the forms will be filled out on the day before or that morning of. All right. And so launch days, I'm always up and in the groups right away. I mean, I will be there all day long. And if you are not able to send out your carts right away, in the morning, then send me a message or your coach so that we can do it for you. We just need like your information to sign into your share cart, and we will send these people their information, their things, so that you can get them in, right? We're a team. We're not individual competing against each other. We're a team, and that's what we're here for, is to lean on each other. Does that answer your question? Mm-hmm. I don't even remember what the question was. Okay. What else?
I was thinking of one and now I can't think of it. Oh man.
Welcome.
It'll come back.
Welcome to my every single day. Sorry, that's me. Well, that's me messaging in a group that you are in. No questions? You can put them in the chat or you can unmute yourself and ask. Is everybody clear on like how to go about? Do you guys have any questions on how to ask them, how to invite, how to answer questions?
So one thing I find people get super skeptical about is the SIN number when signing up as a coach. And obviously come the 7th, they're going to have to sign up as coaches, even though we're not really like pitching it that way. We're more so pitching it as like a discount customer. And we'll tell them like after the fact that they signed up, like if you don't want this discount, then you can like cancel that like coach status, because at that point they'll have the MBF.
Yep.
However, like how do I tackle it if someone's literally like, why do they need my SIN number? Because I kind of like, I want to like give them a heads up, like,
Yep, for sure. So I just put in the chat, this is exactly what I send to people to tell them about the SIN number ahead of time, because I started getting really freaking annoyed with people sending me a message being like, no, I don't want to do this because I don't want to sign up for my SIN number. People get very skeptical giving their SIN number out thinking that this could possibly be a scam. And that's totally valid. It's totally valid, right? However, what they're signing up for is an opportunity to make money. The downfall that we have as coaches, that is a downfall, but it's also a blessing, is that we have no distinction between like VIP discount and coach discount. So people who are getting the discount are getting the same discount as everybody else as a coach. And so they can join or not. So I just give them this preference, this, you know what I'm saying? Gone goes the word. I give them this. This is what I send to them. And I basically just say, hey, just so you know, it's going to ask you for your SIN number. I'm totally aware. And because technically you can actually make money, but don't worry, it will not make any impact on you or your taxes. Because that's, for me, the answer that I always hear is, well, I don't want it to change my taxes. And I'm like, it won't change your taxes whatsoever unless you make more than $600. Once you make more than $600, you have to claim it for taxes. You'll get a tax form and all of that shit. Yes. Okay, so when people are asking, oh my God, when people are asking for more information about the launch or the program, you want to make sure that even though you're inviting to something very specific, even though you're inviting them to the free group, you still want it to come from, does that, I'm sorry, let me just backtrack. Chantel, is that a good, did that answer your question as far as the number goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will talk about that in the group. Don't worry. Okay. Also, you guys, don't be afraid to tell people that they can cancel the coach membership even before they sign up. Like, even before they do it, like, that's something that eases people's minds, is just knowing that they can actually cancel it and they're not locked into anything. So I will, like, I'll send this and I will say something like, you know, or when I'm explaining the coach discount, I'll be like, and if you decide that the discount just isn't worth it for you, it's free to cancel, no biggie. Okay? Okay, going back to your question, Audra. So when people are asking for more information, you want this to turn into a conversation. You still want to do the same things that you learned in the new coach training, which is asking people for their information, asking people and gathering the information. Audra, I'm not sure if you've seen the info document that I made for all things MBF. Maybe Kaylee can send that to you or tag you in it in the team page. But in there, I give a couple of different examples for like when somebody, you know, asks for information or whatever. You still want to encourage like asking and gathering information from them. So are you interested in doing the workouts, or like, what do you do for the workouts? How's your nutrition? Because you want to be able to talk about the program and the perks of doing this program authentically based on what they actually need, right? If somebody so if somebody says, yeah, oh my gosh, tell me more information, you can then say, yes, it's so exciting. I'm so excited to do it. Do you have a workout routine already? Get to know that answer. If they do have a workout routine, maybe this is going to be even more beneficial for their nutrition aspect. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's freaking awesome. I think you would love this workout. Do you have a nutrition? Do you have a good nutrition habit? You know, what do you do for nutrition? How is your nutrition? Ask them. Maybe that's where they're going to fall short. Maybe they come up and they're like, you know what? I am honestly like loving COVID life because I'm finally consistent. And I've been slaying workouts, but I'm looking for supplements. I would be interested to hear your suggestions. So then maybe you're going to talk to them about the supplements aspect of things. One way or another, you are telling them the reason that this program will fit for them. Now, what if this program doesn't fit for them? What if they have an injury? What if they are like totally a gym rat and they want to use their outdoor gym that they have, and 80 Day Obsession is actually the better option for them? What if they're totally they're mentally needing something for their minds? Maybe Transform 20. That's the program that I think is incredible for somebody who's going through a mental battle, because he does some of the best coaching as a trainer in that program. Or maybe MM100 is more up their alley. And so you end up finding out like, oh, this launch is actually not beneficial for her, and that's totally fine. So I'm going to send her and then you kind of direct her into that aspect. And then she can just get, she can still get the MBF. You're still going to sign her up with the MBF Challenge Pack. You're still going to sign her up with that program challenge pack because that's the one that's on sale. But she's not going to do MBF. She's going to do MM100. She's going to do Transform 20. She's going to do whatever. Okay? Audra, does that answer your question? Okay, awesome. How I want you guys, good question, Chantal. How I want you guys to participate in this group is tag your people and be inviting your people. Like how I want you to show up and contribute, like let's meet in the middle. I will give to you my launch process. I will give to you the exact tools and steps and everything that I do to have a successful launch. I will provide all of the information in this free group through videos, through posts. I will do all of that work. What I want you guys to do is be out there inviting, getting people into the group to actually listen to me so that I'm not talking to nobody. Of course, I'm going to be doing that myself too. But I also want you to be tagging them in all of the information that applies to them. Of course, you don't want to bombard them. You don't want to annoy the shit out of them. You don't want them to think that the group is annoying. But let's say you have I post something and it's perfect for these 2 people out of the 20 people that you have. And you're like, ha ha ha, we were just talking about this. You know what I mean? And you're tagging that person. So the way that I want you to actually contribute to the group is engaging in some of the posts, engaging with your customers. So still showing up like the coach, not just, sitting back and letting me do all of the work for you. I'll provide the information, but you're out there being like, are you freaking seeing this? Are you ready? We are doing this together. So that she's not signing up with me, she's still signing up with you. Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Good questions, guys. Keep them coming. I love questions. The more questions you ask, the more money you make. I swear. I'm going to put that on a shirt.
I'll start typing. How's the weather? What'd you eat for dinner? What color is the sky?
Pertinent questions. Should be more specific. Okay, I would love to hear in the chat or out loud the aspect of the challenge pack that you are the most excited about.
I love the Bob ropes, Ray. I'm pumped about that.
Yep.
And the nutrition programs, obviously. We already talked about that too.
Yep. For me, it's definitely the nutrition programs.
I don't know how to narrow it down.
But you know what? That's okay because you're still so new to this. Yeah, the nutrition. Because you're still so new to this, all of it is so exciting, right? And that's totally fine. It's more of, for you then, it's, holy shit, I can't believe I get all of this. Like, this is just crazy. Yeah.
Like, even just like out of the challenge pack, like if I had to absolutely pick one thing, it would be the workouts themselves, like the actual program, because this program is like, if you were to ask me, like, build your ideal like workout program, it is literally this. It like includes like the muscle building, like something that makes you feel strong, makes you feel badass, where you're not like I hate like long draining cardio programs. Like, I don't know how people run on a treadmill for an hour straight without stopping. I hate that. So like the fact that it's like short reps and like it time flies, the fact that it's literally 25 to 30 minutes a workout, like just the program itself is like ideal, like my favorite thing. Like I think that's what makes me the most excited. Super pumped about the nutrition, but I think the program itself just comes on top.
And that's who you're going to find. So make sure that you lean into that. You don't have to be excited about the nutrition just because I am, or just because the next person beside you is. You don't have to be excited about what somebody else is excited about, okay? Let me make sure that that is clear. You can literally sell this challenge pack from talking about the bod ropes. I'm not even shitting you. I sold MM100 because of a journal. It had nothing to do with the program. Like, promise you that whatever gets you excited, whatever is like making you think about doing this workout program, that's what's going to sell the program. Those are the people who are going to sign up. So for you, if the workouts are what you are like amped about, that's what you're talking about. The nutrition thing, that's just a cherry on top. We're the opposite, right? The nutrition, just a cherry on top. You're going to be like, oh my God. And it's because you got into this excited for the workouts. You are not yet at the point of your journey where your nutrition is in a position of, you know, the major priority. You are just loving doing the workouts and you're having fun and you love what they do for you. And that's what you're going to talk about. So the nutrition part of things, it will come. I've done like every program that there is, except for the super, super, super old ones. I've done so many Beachbody programs that to me, I'm like, yeah, it's another program. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited. I literally would not be here 4.5 years later if I wasn't excited. But for me, I've been talking about these workouts for so long that the nutrition side of things, that's where I like am starting to light up, right? And so whatever you're excited about, make sure you guys lean into that. And again, if you are excited about like it as a whole, find out why. Talk about it to people, practice, and you will figure out what it is that like lights you up. But whatever that thing is, like, you guys, if it is literally the fact that you are excited to drink Energize to do a hard ass workout, then talk about that, because you'll sell all performance pack challenge packs. You won't sell any Shakeology, and that's okay. But you'll sell all pre-workout. You'll sell pre-workout, the performance line, and the MBF program, and all of your people will wake up with you and have a shot of Energize with you. Like, that's what your 3 weeks will be about, and that is absolutely a-okay. All right? That's okay. So, Audrette, you're going to lean in to the fact that this program is going to be, like, first of all, that I'm going to explain the nutrition aspect. I've done both nutrition programs, so utilize that, like, as a third tool. Be able to say, you can say, my upline coach, which obviously they don't need to know that it's actually like, I'm your grandma upline coach. They don't need to know any of that. But like one of the coaches that runs this group, she's done both of the programs, of the nutrition programs, and she's going to teach that all throughout the entire program. We can learn together. Okay? And so you can be honest and say something like, I'm so excited to actually improve my nutrition as well. You know, I thought that would be something that I would have to already be great at this point, but I don't need to be, which is really cool that we can actually do this together. Great question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So us as like coaches. So the 3 main dates are July 7th, August 17th, and September 7th. So are we, like, I'm assuming all of us are going through this program. Obviously, you and Kaylin are going to be a little different because you guys are getting to the end of your pregnancies. Watched your story about how the belly is feeling heavy, and I could only imagine how that feels. But, like, for the most part, like, we're going to be, because it's also really, like, it's 3 weeks. So we're going to be redoing this program multiple times over the next 3 months of our lives, pretty much.
Yes.
At a minimum.
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't have to do it more than like twice. So
Okay.
you can still enroll people for the 3rd round in September and do a different program. You don't actually have to do it with them. Okay? The people who enroll for the 3rd round to do it in September, those are literally the stragglers. They are the people that needed to watch you do it, watch you get results. Realistically, you're only doing it, but realistically, you will actually end up still doing it at that point, because what's going to happen is, remember, from July 7th to the 26th, you will do the first 3 weeks. I don't think, again, I can stand corrected. I haven't actually found this information somewhere, so I will go on the hunt and try and find it to clarify, but we don't get it from the 27th until the 17th of August. We don't have the program. So we only get to do the first MBF portion. Then August 17th, we're going to do MBF again, because we want to go through it with our people, and it's only 3 weeks. We want to go through it from start to finish, MBF, and then do MBFA. And so what will happen is those stragglers who are doing it in September, they'll be doing MBF while we are doing MBFA. So technically, you're actually not doing it. You're only doing MBF twice and MBFA once.
That actually works, because I was thinking, I was like, I'm going to be one of those people who does MBF twice before I move on to A, because we're still working it up.
And you can talk about that, but you can also, like, what happens if you come to the end of MBF and you're like, I cannot believe that I just did that. I want to try MBFA. And then your story changes and you're like, I swore that I was going to need to do MBF twice because that was the story that was running through my head, you know? And then you talk about the fact that this gave you the strength, the confidence. You felt good enough to try MBFA. And who says that you need to be at X level in order to do MBFA, right? You can do it as long as you believe you can do it. There's nothing stopping you from doing it. So just totally like keep that in mind of whatever you do, just share that part of your story. Yes. So Audra, there is 2 different challenge packs. Number 1 is a Shakeology challenge pack, and number 2 is a Performance Stack challenge pack. So they can choose they'll get the BOD workouts for the year. They'll get the MBF program because that's the VIP program. So they'll get that. And then remember, the VIP programs are only accessible to people who buy that specific challenge pack. Now, it's included in that. It's not like an additional charge, but it's only available on our libraries if we buy that program, okay, when it's in VIP. And so they'll get that program, and then they can choose for the level 1 challenge pack, they can choose either the Shakeology bag or the Performance Stack. So they would get the Energize and the Recover. Remember, that's the performance stack. Then there's a deluxe challenge pack, and they can get them both, which is actually the best deal, because they save money and they're able to try both. But that's obviously for people who want to do that. Excellent question, guys.
The deluxe challenge pack, is that still only 2 Success Club points?
Yeah.
And is it still only $50?
$50?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Like for us, like commission.
Oh, no. You'll make more. I think it's like 75.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So the bigger the challenge pack, the more commission you'll make. But
You looked so confused. You were like, $50.
I was like, $50 costs $250. I was like, what are you talking about? Yes. So the more you sell, the more commission you're making. Yeah. If you guys are not talking, are any of you guys like stuck on like a product to sell, or you don't know how to upsell to a deluxe package, or you're uncomfortable like telling somebody about Energize or anything like that? Do you guys ever struggle with any of that? No, everybody's Gucci. Everybody's upselling everybody. All the deluxe challenge packs then. Let me see them. Okay. So I'll just give you, if you guys have any questions, I will leave it open for like another minute while I explain this. But make sure that you are clear as freaking day, you guys. If you guys send me questions in the next week that are questions that could have been asked today, I'm going to be like, girl, I don't know what I'm going to say yet. You're not going to like it. No, I'm just kidding. But when it comes to offering people the different options, please do not get stuck in thinking that other people don't want to spend the money. Okay? The biggest thing, and I say this repeatedly, if you've heard me ever talk about a challenge pack or selling or anything like that, you've heard me say it. But don't ever assume what somebody else wants to spend money on. Okay? I was broke as a joke before I signed up for this, and I still would have spent the money on a deluxe challenge pack had she offered it. Because I knew that if I wanted to invest into my body, into my business, into this opportunity that I was envisioning was going to change my life and my finances, I needed to try the products. So had my coach upsold me and offered the challenge or the deluxe challenge pack, I would have bought it. I hands down would have bought it. And I had no money. I was putting it on a maxed out credit card. It's not that I was irresponsible. It's that my priorities, I did not shop. I did not go to the grocery store and buy anything that was not on sale. I did not spend my money unless it was a bill or literally like food for me to eat. I didn't spend money. I had no money. I had debt owing, and I was on a maxed out credit card. But had she offered the deluxe challenge pack, I would have bought it. That's the type of person that I am. I would have bought it because I knew the value, plus I like to save money, hello, and I would have loved to try protein and pre-workout, both of which I had at home in my cupboard. And if I could get paid to sell this other one, obviously I would drink that. I didn't try Energize for 8 months. 8 months, because my coach never upsold me on it. Okay? I could not imagine my life. I literally have not had Energize since that month. Like I've had it every single day for 4 years as of August. Every single month I've ordered Energize, and I would have bought it. So don't ever assume from somebody else or in somebody else's position that they can't afford it, that they're going to say no, that they're going to be offended, that they're going to think that you're just selling them if you're offering them something. Just give them the opportunity. They can say no. They can easily say, no, thank you, I'm okay. Okay, perfect, no worries, just wanted to let you know. Okay, but I just sold a deluxe challenge pack last week simply because I said, I gave the 2 options, and then I said, and you know what, for 50 extra bucks or whatever the price was, I was like, you can actually get them both if that's something that you want. And she's like, yeah, for sure, of course I would, right? If I had done, if I had said in my head, oh my God, I'm just getting this sale, I don't want to lose the sale, I don't want her to say no to me, and worried more about what she was going to say, then I would have never helped her with everything. If they order the deluxe challenge pack, does Performance Stack and Shakeout both come on HD every month? If so, are they able to cancel one like Shakeout? Yes. They can always cancel anything. And yes, I always put it on, I personally always select it for monthly just because they get the discounted shipping on that. I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't personally know. But if they were to go in and select like one-time purchase, if on a challenge pack, the shipping changes. Because on a challenge pack, they get discounted pricing for shipping. The same as an HD order. So I don't personally know. So I just always select monthly, and because it literally takes 5 seconds to go and cancel or to skip an order. And so you can just walk them through that. Especially for Canada, because our shipping and handling is outrageous, I always select monthly to save them money. And again, don't let that scare you. Like, don't let that scare you. People can cancel. It's A-okay. And it takes 30 seconds. And the worst case scenario, you guys, is that their order goes through and they send it through return. Like, that's the worst case scenario. They get an email that says, hey, your Shakeology is set to order and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't do that for the Performance Stack. So I always like make sure I tell them that. But don't ask why. It's the most, again, one of those things we could spend time complaining about, but there's no point. But yeah, it tells them when their Shakeology is coming up, which would then obviously be the same date for the other things. All right, any other questions, you guys? How many of you guys have sold Energize along with a challenge pack in addition to a Shakeology challenge pack? So like they bought the Shakeology challenge pack and you added a tub of Energize. Kaylin, yes. Maybe.
I'm like half. Like I've had someone buy a Shakeout challenge pack and then like a couple weeks later order like a Performance Stack.
Yeah, but you could have sold them a deluxe in the original thing.
Yeah, no, but the same happened to me. I signed up with Shakeology and then like 2 weeks later I ordered 2 Performance Stacks by accident.
Yes, that's true. But I did offer you the option to sign up with a Performance Stack at the same time. Right? So I personally always offer it. However, I could take that back because there's a possibility that I didn't. Sometimes that happens in conversation. But my point is, don't ever be afraid to sell more than just the challenge pack, you guys. Okay? Especially for the people who are going to sign up on the 7th. This is what I'm closing out on, unless you have more questions. especially for those people, their coach discount or their 25% discount will be applied to all of the products that they are enrolling with. So their Energize tub, let's say they're getting a Shakeology challenge pack, just the Shakeology. They're not getting the deluxe. They're getting the Shakeology challenge pack, and they're adding on the Energize tub. They're going to get that 25% discount on that tub right away because they're enrolling as a coach. Okay?
But not on the challenge pack.
Well, the challenge pack is already so discounted.
Yeah, because like if I'm gonna try to sell like a deluxe,
Yeah,
then
but some people some people don't want protein. Some people already have protein. Some people, because remember, like Recover it's literally protein powder. It's really good protein powder. Don't get me wrong. It's like well formulated and all of that stuff. But some people are just like, can I just do the pre-workout? And you're like, yeah, totally.
That's what one of mine was today. She already has a protein she likes, and I just gave her the Shakeology and added the Energize.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you guys remember that sometimes, like, even though it makes sense in your head, which Chantel, this would be a great example, like even though it makes sense in your head for what they should buy, some people are not going to do that, and that's okay. So in my head, it would have made sense for you to sign up as a coach for the discount on that day that you enrolled so that you could get the discount and apply it to all of the rest of your products. But in your head on that day, that's not what you were ready for, right? And then a couple weeks later, you end up doing it. Now look at you. But just because it made more sense to me on that day for you to sign up for that, knowing that you were already obsessed with Shakeology and you hadn't even tried it. You were so ready to get the challenge pack and to use these products. I knew that you would end up wanting that discount, but just because it makes sense in my head doesn't mean it makes sense in that person's head on that day that they're committing themselves and their money. Right? And so will it cost them a couple extra dollars? Probably, for sure. But that's okay. Some people are willing to spend more money to do what's more comfortable. And you make more commission in the end. So it's a win-win for everybody, right? Not that we're here to make and scam people, but it does end up being a good solution in a way. And yeah, never mind. Okay. Any other questions before I wrap up and send you on your way? Last chance.
Was there something at the beginning of the call? You said you were going to do at the end of the call.
I was going to do it at the end of the call. I was just about to do it. So thank you for reminding me. But
I didn't want you to get off and be like, shit.
I would have just gone live and done a live video. But what I do want to say to you guys is utilize June as a gut check moment as we head into a launch month. Two things. Number one, how did you do in June? 30 days ago, you all set a goal for yourself. Where are you in respect to that goal? To the things that you said you wanted to do, how did you do? And number two, a launch month can literally blow up your business. So reflect on June. Is there areas that you loved, that you excelled at, that you were so proud of yourself at? For me, we had an exceptional June. Of course, that was amazing. I hit my goal. We went into qualification. We're still in qualification. We're crushing it. You guys are crushing it. It's awesome. Was I at where I needed to be in my own personal daily task goals? No. So in July, I'm picking it up based on reflecting from my June month. In July, you are about to start a brand new month tomorrow. There will be 30 or 31, I don't know how many days are in July.
31.
31 days. You have 31 days to accomplish the goal that you set tomorrow. If you don't set a clear, distinct goal that pushes you, not that makes you like, not a goal that like you can accomplish. For example, like Chantel, if you tell me that you want to hit Success Club, I'm going to throw rocks at you because you've proven to yourself that you can do it twice. Now your goal is hire something that makes you want to poop your pants, realistically, because